What's going on, everybody? John Anthony, Chairshot Sports, a driver of the top production. I hope everyone's having a great weekend so far. Thank you so much for joining us today. We're going to be going over AEW All Out. What a card we have. And just a short couple weeks after All In, AEW has managed to put together an awesome card for tonight. So we're just going to dive into the matches, talk about the predictions, and how we see things going tonight. So let's just start in no particular order. We'll start with the AEW tag titles. We got the Young Bucks and the BCC going at it with each other. I think this is going to be a really good match. Anytime Yuta and Claudio are getting in there for the BCC, it's always a great match. The Young Bucks, I mean, they're the Young Bucks, right? I mean, I just feel like, honestly, this run is the EVP style wrestling and demeanor. I think is getting a little old. It's kind of running its course. I think this is just another regular title defense, just having a match on the pay-per-view, to have a match on the card. They're not going to be dropping these belts anytime soon. As a matter of fact, I think kind of what the outlook is looking like for the rest of the year is, I think, with obviously Okada having the Continental belt, Jack Perry going for the AEW championship. I think we're starting to see here is the Elite at the end of the day, not so much tonight, but down the road, kind of having all the gold and like a la Evolution, kind of rolling the roost, right? And then we see Tony Khan come back as an on-air character, looking to get his power back. Power struggle for a couple months. And then I feel like at Revolution, you're going to have all four of them with the gold. It's almost like the Team Elite, Tony Khan putting together a team of 4 or 5 guys, probably Darby Allin. I don't think Sting comes back for this, but Swerve, that kind of thing. All your baby faces, or even heels too, as long as they're for Team AEW. You have almost like a Survivor Series-esque when it was WWE and WCW, like winner take all kind of thing. Either Tony Khan wins and the EVPs go away, or the Elite wins and Tony Khan has to give them control, something like that. But I think that's really what we're going toward at the end of the year. But they're really, really struggling to really get to that point. And I know we're in the burrs of the year, October, November, December, but we're really struggling to get to January and start get the ball rolling of when Tony Khan making his return to television, and kind of then making that storyline happen and moving toward Revolution, their WrestleMania. So the Young Bucks, I think, have a great match. Also, the BCC do good, but I think at the end of the day, the Young Bucks are still walking away and retaining the AEW tag belts to fight another day down the road. Another great match tonight, going to the women, is going to be Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale in a Chicago street fight. I think this match is going to be awesome. These girls are going to bleed. It's going to be great. It's going to be an awesome. Both these girls are going to go all out. See what I did there? On each other. I'm sure Stokely at some point will get involved, probably get taken out at the end of the day by Nightingale, whether it be a trash can, a kendo stick, or a table. Somebody's going through a table. I'll tell you that much today. Somebody's going through a table. So that's going to be pretty cool. Very excited for this match. The last time these two got their hands on each other, was the mixed tag match at the buy-in for All In, which is a great match. This one, I think Willow wins this one going away. Down the road, I think Chris gets her just desserts and gets a win over her, probably winning the title off of her. But for tonight, I think that Chicago, like the fan favorite here in the Chicago street fight, I think Willow Nightingale gets the win, and probably what's going to be an awesome match. But both these girls are going to bleed. It's going to be great. I'm here for it. Switching back to the men's, and one of the few non-title matches on the card is going to be MJF versus Daniel Garcia. This is a very, very personal rivalry. I loved the promo that both cut this past Wednesday on Dynamite. I think Garcia is really cutting his chops on the mic, getting a lot better. He's gotten really good in the ring. Looks like me too. He's been hitting the gym. He's always been a fit dude, but I think he's put a little more muscle on. Looks good. I mean, you want to be somewhat more of a bigger state when you're going against someone like MJF, who came back yoked from his injury. But I got MJF going over here. I don't think this rivalry is anywhere close to being over. I think down the road we do some kind of gimmick match. I think maybe MJF gets the win tonight. However he does it. Obviously, there's no ring that was honestly stolen. Does he bring that back out? Did he buy a new one? Does he use the ring? Is there something else used? But I think he gets the win here. And then you see down there will be a dog collar match, last man standing match, however they want to do it. But I don't think Garcia gets the win here. I think he gets the feel good moment, that justified win after MJF said everything about his mom, his dad, things like that. I think he gets his win down the road, probably at Full Gear, probably a decent gimmick match between the two. But tonight, MJF gets that win and has the bragging rights for the next couple months until those two get in the ring again. So I'm excited for it. It's going to be a banger. Definitely, again, I think there's going to be a lot of blood tonight in a lot of these matches. I think a lot of people are going to be bleeding in Chicago tonight, all out. But MJF going to get the win here. Can I say too, like, just this new this hybrid heel character of MJF, where people still love to hate him, and just taking the blood off of Garcia and just licking it and saying he loves it, he wants more. I love it, dude. Psycho. And love this character MJF has right now. So I have been walking away here with the W at All Out. And the next two matches I'm going to talk about, catching a lot of crap on Twitter, right? And I want to say this too. If you follow us on Twitter, if you're not already, at Chairshot Sports, join the 16,000 strong that are already following us over on X. A lot of people get in comments and they're like, oh, I knew that person was going to win. And oh, I called that. Did you though? Where did you call it? To your friends? I said I knew this was going to happen, that kind of thing. Every time there's a PLE, a pay-per-view, whether it be WWE, AEW, I'm out here. I put my picks out there, whether they're great, whether they suck. I put them out there for everyone to see because I stand on business. And sometimes the picks I make maybe aren't the ones that make the most sense to you, but I'm looking at them from a business point of view, right? A storyline point of view. If this person wins, and I can explain all the picks when we do these prediction shows, I give the meat behind the pick, right? I let you know the reasoning behind, not just a random, oh, this guy's going to win. I don't pick the fan favorite. I don't pick the guy that I want to win. I think the guy who thinks best for business should win. So with that, let me say, I'm going to start the Mercedes Moné and the Sheeta match for the TBS title, right? A lot of people, oh, Moné's going to lose the belt. They took her muscle away. She's in the back. Camille not being there doesn't mean anything. If you watch wrestling, WWE, AEW, whatever you watch, TNA, and how many times does someone get banned from ringside and then that person actually loses their belt? And how many times more than that? How many times does the person that's banned from ringside stay banned from ringside? The ref gets knocked out anytime in this match. I'm telling you right now. I want my just desserts. I want the people in my comments watching this. I want to be rewarded for this. Watch the ref get knocked out and watch her come down. Watch Camille come down and do something to help Mercedes win. Maybe it's only a 1-2 on something she does and everyone gets wild and crazy because they think Monet's going to lose. And watch Mercedes do something and still retain the belt. Guys, come on. Being banned from ringside doesn't do anything for me. Now, if you're making now it's one of those banned from ringside. If you get DQ'd, the only way you can win is by pinfall. That's the match where I believe then the title will change hands and someone else is going to walk away there from being champion. Not today because someone can't go down the ringside and walk them down out of their entrance. Guys, come on, be better than that. You guys are smarter than that. Don't fall for it. Come on, guys. And plus, Mercedes is such a protected treasure right now. That is Tony Khan's crown jewel right now in the women's division and probably in all of AEW, right? We're going to sit here and tell me she didn't lose it all out to Britt Baker, but she's going to come down here and not taking anything away from her, but she's going to lose it to Sheeta and All Out? What are we doing? Come on, guys. She's not losing unless it's Full Gear, Revolution, or one of the big four that they run. She's not losing it tonight, guys. And I appreciate the passion and everyone wanting her to win, but it doesn't make any sense. You want to make Britt Baker look even weaker by losing to her at all in. Talk about her losing to Sheeta at All Out. Like, come on, guys. Come on. I'm sorry. Moné's walking out of there, as the TBS champion to fight another day. I don't care who's not at ringside or who comes down. She's not walking out of there without her championship. And while I'm talking about people coming for me, talking about the picks that I talk about online, I want to talk about the Will Ospreay and the Pac or Pac, however you want to say it, for the international championship. All right, you guys crack me up. You really do. You guys are such dick riders on Will Ospreay. You refuse to see anyone else that could possibly win. Pac winning that belt tonight at All In would make the most sense for Will Ospreay. Right? I mean, he's got his ass whooped on Wednesday night to Pac, right? He had a gruesome match against MJF to get his title back. Pac is a fucking stud. The dude is a workhorse. He will go 110 any day of the week in that ring. You're trying to build someone up like Pac, who already has gold, who won gold at All Out. I'm sorry, All In. We're going to All Out. You want to make him look even stronger and get him the international belt? Listen, this isn't WWE, guys. People aren't holding on to belts for 666 days and 1,345 days. We're not doing that here. These belts can change hands. They're mid-card belts, and it makes the most sense for that to happen. It's just so funny. Everyone's just coming out, oh, what are you smoking? What are you drinking? I'm looking at the product, guys. It makes the most sense. Is Will Ospreay going to probably win tonight? Probably. But I got the balls, I got the guts to go out on a limb and make the call and give you the reasoning behind it. Not because I love Will Ospreay. Ospreay. That's great. I'm not shitting on him. He's an amazing talent. I love that dude. But if you want to make Pac look that much stronger, that much more of a badass assassin, right? You give it to Pac. You have him drop the belt to him because Ospreay doesn't need a belt, guys. Ospreay doesn't need one. He's strong, win or lose. He lost the belt to MJF, right, at a taping. Dude is still strong, maintained, if not gained, that much momentum going into All Out in their title match. Yeah, it was in front of their home crowd. He had the extra, he had the extra cheers. He had the extra momentum. But the dude doesn't need a belt to be successful. And who's to say he doesn't drop the belt to Pac tonight? And then he goes on and maybe inserts himself into the AEW championship picture. Like, it's just so hard for you guys to see anything above your favorites winning these belts. It really is. The same way whenever Roman was winning. It's just because you hated Roman, you want him to win. You wanted Cody Rhodes to win. And now that Cody is your champion, Cody has a lackluster run. His run is mid. His run sucks. It's boring. But you couldn't wait. You couldn't wait for him to win that belt, though, right? You couldn't wait for Roman to drop that belt, though, right? The IWC is the most fickle group of individuals on walking God's green earth. I'm telling you. MJF says it right, man. You guys can't decide who you want to cheer for. You just got to get your back behind the flavor of the month, whoever yay, win the belt, yay. Or you don't like somebody, lose the belt. You guys have lost focus of what it means to be a heel and a face in this industry, man. And you guys are just, be better. Put your horse onto that cart and ride the cart, man. I was a bloodline guy since day one. I was sitting there, Roman's going to win. Roman's going to win. Roman's going to win. I finally said Cody's going to win, but Cody's not going to have a 1 month run, guys. You guys were out here thinking Gunther was going to lose to Randy Orton just because you want to see your fan favorite get his 16th reign. Randy just signed a 5-year deal with WWE. He's going to get it. Not against the guy who just held the Intercontinental Championship for 666 days. Right? And I'm sorry to go off on this tangent, get on my soapbox. But it's just, at least I got the balls to come out here and call my shot and shoot my shot and put it out there for everyone else to see. And you can talk your shit. Call me out. It's funny, though. When I go 5 for 5 at Bash in Berlin, nobody says a damn word. But then tonight, let's say I go 2 and 4. Oh, everyone's going to lose their minds. Oh, yeah, look at you. It's just funny, but I'm out here talking it. But but I'm out here putting out my comments, my picks, having everyone talk about them. And you're in my comments when after the fact saying, oh, I knew that was wrong. Dude, put it out there. Shoot your shot. Be a man about it. Be a woman about it. Whoever wants to call it out. But at least I'm out here week in, week out, consistently making my picks, but giving you the reasoning behind it, and not just saying, "Oh, Ospreay, because he's the man." Really? That's why he's going to keep the belt, because Tony thinks he's the man. Find the storyline behind it, guys. Be better. Look past the actual match and look into why, the reasoning of what's going to happen, and make it make sense 3-4 months down the road. Anyway, I digress. I'll step off of this. But I got Pac walking away here. Does Ospreay probably win? Yes, but I give you the reasoning for Pac to win and Ospreay move on to something else, which could be the AEW World Championship after Danielson and Ospreay for the AEW Championship, and Daniel gets the win here. Come on, man. Come on, that's cinema. That stuff writes itself. Anyway, moving on. We go to the Continental Championship. We go for the International, the Continental. We got Okada, Mark Briscoe, Orange Cassidy, and Tashida all in a fatal four-way dance for the Continental. I think this is going to be an amazing offensive showcase here. Briscoe just being a powerhouse everywhere in the ring, just knocking out whatever moves. Cassidy having awesome aerial things off the ropes, outside the ring. And Tashida, I think, is just going to do some awesome technical stuff with all three guys. I think Okada is going to be the one guy spending the most time outside the ring being gunned for from the other guys. But at the end of the day, guys, I think Okada sleeks his way in, hits the Rainmaker, and gets the 1-2-3 and retains the Continental Championship yet again, showing why he's been such a dominant champion. Sometimes he's had people helping him, but also a lot of times he's also showed that why he is, in fact, the Rainmaker and an amazing talent, top talent in AEW. So I got Okada winning this one, walking away out of the four-way dance. And then we get to the AEW Championship match. We got Bryan Danielson and Jack Perry. This match, I'm not a huge fan of it. I feel like it was thrown together. There's nothing behind it for me. I get it. Jack Perry, you didn't help me. Nobody helped me. I had to go away on my own. And, Bryan Danielson's living the fairy tale ending. And he's the scapegoat and got shunned and all that. I get it. I get all that. They're making it make sense. And they've done enough where the match, has a little bit of, gusto to it. But Jack Perry already has his own thing going on. Like Darby, so you're telling me Darby comes out, they have gasoline poured on the casket. Sting comes out, and then we're just going to transition Jack Perry over to the World Heavyweight Championship picture? Whoa. What are we doing? And I get it. I never really a big deal with someone who's already a champion, but I think TK really runs a lot of this champion versus champion stuff just too much. Like, make it make sense. Like, why does Danielson have everything on the line, and then why isn't the TNT title on the line? Let's do something here. Like, it's just champions going for championship belts just because he's all elite. Doesn't really cut the mustard for me. I like the match. I think it's going to be good. Anytime Danielson's in there, it's going to be a great match. Perry can go as well. He's really stepped his game up since coming back. This whole scapegoat character has really made him a great, believable heel in his run with the Elite. But I got Bryan Danielson going over here. And with that being said, let me go out and just rewind back to when I talked about All In. I talked about my predictions, and I also talked about it in the results shows that I did myself and a couple of the ones I was on. I was very adamant in saying I really hope that we didn't do Swerve a disservice here, and them just giving the belt to Bryan Danielson to have that feel-good moment in the ring with his kids and his wife and all that other stuff, just to have the belt, lay it down, and walk away. So let me tell you that I am sincerely surprised. I'm sincerely wrong. I was very wrong and sincerely very happy that I was, and that Bryan Danielson is going to be having a run here, whether it be for 2, 3, 5 months, probably culminating somewhere at Revolution, with him finally losing the belt and walking away. But I do love the fact he's going to be a fighting champion. He's going to fight until he loses it. I love it. Very happy to see it. And kudos to Danielson for having an amazing one more time run with the AEW Championship. But tonight is not that night. Jack Perry gets sent home, but still looking good as being the TNT champion. But Danielson retains here and is still your AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Then, of course, guys, the main course, the cherry on top, the main event, Swerve Strickland, Adam Hangman Page in an amazingly personal grudge match in an unsanctioned lights out steel cage match. This is going to be ugly. It's going to be bloody. It's going to be gross. It's going to be awesome, and I'm here for it. These guys are going to beat the living piss out of one another. It's going to be awesome. I think tonight you see a lot of things. I mean, I don't think really you get to burn down Swerve's childhood home. And I really want to know is, I get it, and I love the controversy. And again, the people that are saying it wasn't really Swerve's house because they just filmed it from a different angle. I want to know if that was really Swerve's house. I don't think we're ever going to know. And kudos to Tony Khan, man. If Tony's not going to see this podcast, right? He's not going to see this. But Tony, kudos to you, man. If you burnt that fucking house down, man, yo, good on you, man. And if they found a house just like it, or they actually built some kind of hollowed out shell of a house that looked like it, God damn, I love it. I'm here for it, man. Awesome stuff, man. That's the shit that I loved back in the Attitude Era from the WWE. And good on Tony Khan for keeping it going to AEW, man. Just the burn down in Swerve's actual childhood home is fucking awesome, dude. I love it. I'm here for it. But I don't think you get to have your childhood home burned down and then take an L that weekend. That weekend at the pay-per-view. So I got Swerve winning here, not just for that reason, but Hangman made the point for me. There was no time that Swerve has been able to beat Hangman by himself without help. And I think tonight in the steel cage, it gets done, and Swerve walks away with an L here. I don't think we're done by any shape of the imagination. We're not done here. I think you're going to see these two wrap it up somewhere down the road. I feel like the AEW championship is going to be involved with those two one more time. But tonight's going to be an amazing match. It's definitely going to get outside the cage. I don't think anyone else gets involved. I really hope Nana doesn't get involved. No one comes down and really get involved in this match. I think these two need to really just beat the shit out of each other, get it all out. But it just takes away from the story if they're not able to get it done one-on-one. It needs to be a clean match, meaning those two. It's not going to be anything but clean. That thing's going to be soaked in blood. That match is going to be soaked in blood. Crimson masks for both the men. But it needs to be a clean finish. Only those two getting involved on each other, getting their hands on each other. But I think walking away, we end tonight all in. We're going to end with Swerve getting his hand raised as the champion, getting some well-deserved retribution for having his childhood home burned down by Adam Hangman Page. But again, Adam Hangman Page does not walk away looking weak here. I think Swerve beats him within an inch of his life. But we see these two down the road, I think, fighting again for the AEW championship. Overall, guys, I think tonight is going to be amazing. I'm not a big fan of the very close 1-2 week flip around of the All In, All Out stuff, but they definitely made this make sense. A lot of rivalries they threw in there, Chicago street fights, the Continental and the International title matches make sense, and the MGF Daniel Garcia match. They've done a great job putting that together as well. So awesome, guys. Get ready. It's going to be a great pay-per-view. If you haven't already, go out there, buy it off a Bleacher, buy it off a Triller. With that being said, I'm John Anthony. If you haven't already followed us on all our socials, it's all the same at Chairshot Sports. Definitely follow us on X. Join the 16,000 strong that are already following us. If you're watching this on YouTube right now, please, if you're not already, shoot us a subscribe, man. Like the video. Click that bell. We're doing weekly shows on AEW, WWE. Also, too, we're huge football bettors here. We do week 1 predictions. We do our underdog parlay, where for $25, you can win yourselves a lot of money. So, guys, definitely follow us for all your wrestling and football needs. Again, John Anthony, this has been a Driver to the Chop Promotions. I'm Chairshot Sports. And, guys, get ready. Get a cold beverage. Get your popcorn ready because it is going to be